Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Starting from Beirut, the Daily Star reports that Lebanese and foreign officials join in condemning the latest terrorist attack to shake the Lebanon, expressing sympathy and frustration after Monday night's suicide bombing killed a security officer and wounded 20 others in the capital, Beirut. The paper also reports that UN Under-Secretary General for Peacekeeping Operations has arrived in Beirut for talks with Lebanese officials on the situation in the south. The Egypt Independent is reporting that the Australian Foreign Minister summoned a senior Egyptian diplomat to protest sentencing an Australian journalist working for Al Jazeera channel based in Qatar to prison. The paper also reports that Minister of Housing, Utilities and Urban Communities Mustafa Mabdouli said the armed forces have finished 7,104 social housing units in Alexandria, Behaira and Lubjur and bore 25% of the cost. The UAE's Gulf News reports that Secretary of State John Kerry said that the US support for Iraqi security forces will be intense and sustained to help them combat the ISIS, as Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki reaffirmed his commitment to a 1st July date for forming a new government. The paper also reports that the leader of an al-Qaeda-linked group was sentenced to life in prison by the State Security Court at the Federal Supreme Court. And from Saudi Arabia, the Arab News reports that Council of Ministers has decided to exclude small and medium-sized enterprises having 9 workers or less from paying 2,400 Saudi riyals in annual expat levy for 4 foreign workers. The paper also reports that a populist Canada-based cleric has returned to Pakistan to try to start what he has called a peaceful revolution against the government as his supporters engage in violent clashes with the police. And from Iran, the Tehran Times is reporting that Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has said that problems in the country can be overcome by pursuing the policies set by Supreme Leader of the Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei. The paper also reports that a senior Iranian nuclear official said that Tehran could consider signing the additional protocol if certain conditions are met. And now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from papers here in the UK. The Guardian leads Middle East news reporting that a suicide bomber has blown up his car in southern Beirut near an army checkpoint, killing himself and wounding several people watching the Soccer World Cup in a nearby cafe. The paper says the blast occurred in a mainly Shia Muslim district of southern Beirut, inhabited by supporters of the Shia group Amal and his ally Hezbollah. The Independent leads Middle East news reporting that John Kerry is spending a 2nd day in Iraq to meet with the Kurdish region's president as part of a diplomatic drive pushing towards a more inclusive government in the crisis-hit country. He arrived in Erbil, the capital of Iraq's northern autonomous Kurdish region, as Sunni rebels claim to have completely overtaken the country's main oil refinery at Beji, north of the capital, which has been under siege for 10 days. And now top Middle East news in international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has refused to reverse a prison sentence for 3 Al Jazeera journalists, saying the judiciary acts independently. The paper adds that the Australian government has been the most vocal about the Monday ruling, which saw its own citizen Peter Greste held under circumstances its foreign minister has described as politically motivated. And from China, the Global Times reports that Libyans are set to elect their new parliament tomorrow, marking the 2nd general vote in about 40 years in the war-torn North African country. According to Libya's political transitional plan, the new parliament, the House of Representatives, will substitute the current General National Congress and later will organize a presidential election to end the country's transition phase. And finally, the International New York Times reports that the Sunni militant extremists who have seized the broad area of Iraq extended their control on Monday to the country's entire western frontier, having secured nearly all official border crossings with Syria and the only one with Jordan, giving them the semblance of the new independent state that they say they intend to create in the region. That was it for today. For more updates, please visit our website on levant.tv. Thanks for watching Press Review. I'll be with you again tomorrow, and bye for now.